Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we have had some interesting transfers development that are taking place. Things are really heating up. Tottenham Spurs have just stepped up in an important signing that they've just gotten, as well as Arsenal stepping up at one of their targets this season, as well as we are looking at what's happening. And that this is really important with Newcastle because they're interested in a target that Liverpool have been keeping an eye on. What does that mean for their main striker, Alexander Isak? So many questions to be answered. Unique questions and answers will be provided in this one. And what's happening with Carlo Ancelotti? That just came out of nowhere. Anyway, let's get into this one. So I'm going to keep you updated with every single detail that has been happening in the transfer window. And I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of these things that are happening? So first of all, before I go from Yamal Musiala just dropped the video where he has been explaining that this surgery was a success and everything that has happened. And it was just good to hear him talk about how this is not in anyone's fault. It happens in football. Oh, did I tell you to like and subscribe into the football? It's very important. Like the video and subscribe to connect. So he was talking that it's nobody's fault and he does not blame anyone. Injuries happens. That's why it's football. It's football thing. And I was really, really moved by that because so many people were really quick to point out eyes that they know who they want to blame. They were looking at other people. So knowing that, it means so much to hear a player coming out like that. So getting that out of the way, let's talk about the first transfer which we were told. So according to Damasio, uh, he is saying Juventus are set to offer a contract termination to Dusan Vlahovic. So it looks like the relationship between Vlahovic and and the Juventus officially comes to an end. They are willing to terminate the contract. For me, that was a surprise. I did not expect that. So that's what we're being told. Contract termination could be in the bags as things are being reported right now. On the other hand, La Liga have rejected Real Madrid's proposal to postpone their first match against Osasuna. That is according to Kudus something. One thing about La Liga, they don't really like to just listen to people and just do whatever other teams. They don't want to give those specials advantages to teams. You entered this competition, you made money, that is good for you. So don't try to make it my problem. You are coming back to play football. We're not listening to whatever you're saying. That's an interesting one, by the way. But that's what we're being told. Breaking news: Sunderland have agreed fee to sign Brighton's Simon Adingra. Sunderland will pay £80 million plus 2.5 million in add-ons following the winger, reports Sky Sports Kennedy. And it also came out that it was not only that, but it was also given a here we go by Fabrizio Ramon, and he was just confirming the things, but the numbers were now in euros. It's going to be 21 million euro plus 3 million add-ons to Brighton. So it is a done deal. He's already flying. According to reports, maybe medicals will be happening soon. So we have to keep an eye on that. That's what has been said. On the other side of the news, we are being told that Tottenham have not received any offer. And that's really important because so many reports from Spanish were making so much noise. But according to Fabrizio Ramon, Tottenham has not received any offer, official bid from Atletico Madrid for Cat Romero so far. Spurs have not opened doors for his exit, and he is a key player. Athletic talks not advancing now. That's what we're being told. Athletic talks not advancing now. Romero has just returned from his holiday. No agreement on personal terms with the club. Looking at what was happening on the other side. So this is an interesting development. It might look like Romero might no longer be going anywhere. Maybe they cannot reach agreement with Atletico Madrid or maybe whatever that is happening on the other side. That's what we are being told by Fabrizio Ramon. So we will keep an eye on that one. On other news, the 35-year-old Jordan Henderson set to leave Ajax. He will not be extending his contract. There are interest from teams in England and in Europe, reports poor Joyce. One of those teams is Sunderland. They're interested in bringing back their old former player back to the club so that he can come in and really just continue because he is a good player, by the way. He's still got it. That's why maybe Sunderland are trying to get him. Maybe that's why he did not extend because remember, Sunderland was his homegrown club. So let's see what happens. We'll keep an eye on that. So breaking news which broke around 3 or 4 hours ago. Tottenham moving for Wemming Wissa from Brentford. Claire understood to be open to the move. Tottenham are weighing up financial attention to the deal before they can move on. That is according to Semi Okobe from BBC. And it has also been confirmed that it is happening, that they're gonna be moving for him. So that makes it interesting because according to what we're being told, Brentford are only willing to let one of these players leave between him and Buemo. And Buemo and United, this saga has been going on for some weeks now, almost reaching a month, if I'm not mistaken, since it was announced that it was happening. So now we wait to see what happens, who's taken first. Tottenham, if they take Wisa, it means Buemo might not go, but we'll keep you updated over the development of that situation. So Lyon will not be relegated to League Two. They will stay in the top division. Decision made. That is according to all the situation that is happening. Lyon are going to remain, Olympic Lyon are going to remain in Ligue 1, and that means they will remain in the Europa League. And in remaining in the Europa League makes things really interesting when it comes to Crystal Palace and their ownership saga and whatever that happens. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that one because if Lyon and the Europa, what happens to Crystal Palace? Let me know in the comment section. On the other news, Arsenal have made contact with Chelsea over a move to sign Noni Madueke. Personal terms on a 5-year deal has already been agreed, and now official talks are underway. That was according to David Onstein 3 hours ago, and it has been reported, and things are happening. We will wait to see how that one progress. Like Carlo Ancelotti, like I was telling you. So new Carlo Ancelotti has been sentenced to 1 year in jail for tax fraud. The Brazilian coach was accused of concealing income related to his image. And according to some more reporting was done, he might not serve this because he doesn't have any prior arrest or actually going into the in prison. So that means he might actually not save this. He might only pay up fines and he actually gets out of this one. There is some interesting developing which are coming from the Sun. I don't know how true this is, but this is what the Sun is saying. Big Taco Chris is prepared to wait until the end of the summer window to get a loan deal to another European club if the move to Arsenal does not materialize. Why are they reporting this now? That just makes things a bit interesting, but we have to keep an eye on that one. But yeah, exciting stuff, people. Exciting stuff is happening. So Tottenhams are making progress in talks to sign Mohamed Kudus, with the negotiations still ongoing between all the parties. The Ghanaian has clearly expressed his desire to join, and he has already reached an agreement on personal terms. That was according to Fabrizio Rahman an hour ago, and because of that, there is some latest developments on that story, so I'll get back to it. Let me just read. Everton here has announced the signing of Theno Berry, 22 from Villarreal. He is a striker and he has scored 11 goals for Villarreal in the recent La Liga season. 27 million pounds is the deal as per Sky Sports. We did see some interesting picture training of Zubimendi. It looks like it's fitting in his new club, and it's going to be interesting to see how that one happens. But he is fitting in into his new club. That's all that matters. The rest we will be just stories. If he's fitting in, he is fitting in. On the other hand, like people like I'm telling, stories kept on developing and things are happening and they're moving very, very fast. So according to Fabrizio Ramon, he broke this a few minutes ago saying that no breaking news. Arsenal have submitted an initial bid of £50 million bid to Chelsea for Noni Madueke. The fee includes add-ons. That is according to Fabrizio Ramon. Talks are ongoing. We don't know if Chelsea are going to accept or not. We have to wait and see how that one develops. But a bid has already been made of about 50 million pounds, inclusive of add-ons in it. So let's see if Chelsea will agree because they wanted a deal with 50 million being initial with X, then add-ons comes on top. But let's see how that one develops. But we'll keep an idea. Just on another breaking news that just came in the recent hours. Breaking news: Trent Alexander-Arnold has suffered a setback in training yesterday and could miss the game between Real Madrid and PSG tonight. That is according to Malak Kope. Oh, it's gonna be interesting. So of course they will have to put their player who's back and on the development of the Kudus story that I told you that I'll be back into it. Breaking news: Mohamed Kudus to Tottenham. Here we go. The deal is in place for about 55 million pounds from West Ham. Kudus only wanted Tottenham Hotspurs. He will sign a 6-year contract with the Hotspurs. Medical test booked for Kudus in London on Thursday. They are all signed as per David Onston. So Onston did drop this, and Fabrizio Ramon confirmed that here we go. And Manchester United. What's happening with United? So, according to some of the talk sports, United they will abandon their preseason gift giving in their latest court cost-cutting measures. The club believe the tradition is old-fashioned, especially against English rivals. If it will only start with the Leeds game at Stockport. Interesting. That's what we're being told according to Talk Sports. Then, and according to Daily Mail, Arsenal are preparing a bid for Crystal Palace star Ebechi Eze in a manner that he will enable them not to have to sell any player of their current club. So they are preparing a bid for Ebechi Eze in a manner that will not enable them to have to sell any of their current players. That's according to Mail Sports. I don't know how true it is and what will happen. I cannot comment. And again, what I was reading, new Kudus medicals are booked and are set. Then Galatasaray are pushing hard to complete the Victor Osimhen deal. They are offering 75 million euro in a possible 5 installments until 2029. New talks with Naples are scheduled in order to reach a final green light and complete the deal. That is according to Mateo Meto from Spanish. We have seen him report so much. On the last one, before I actually talk of all the news that I've read, um, Newcastle are keen on Hugo Ekitike, reports Fabrizio Rahman. So, like I was telling you, people, let's start, of course, with the Noni Madueke. So, Arsenal are really serious. They need Noni Madueke in their team. They feel like he will develop the team. He will help the team to actually perform so well in whatever they're trying to work on and try to develop in the team. So, it's going to be interesting how that one is set up and how it's going to actually go like. But they're working so hard to get the deal done. We have to keep an eye on that one. I'm telling you, it's going to be exciting. Transfer are really heating up at the moment. And the interesting one on the Kudus, signing a 6-year contract. And the fact that he was not interested in talking to other clubs, he only wanted Tottenham Hotspurs because they sold their project well to him and he wanted to be part of that project. That tells you that there is something that is going to be happening under Thomas Frank at Tottenham Hotspurs next season. We have to keep an eye on that one. And you got Ekitike going to Newcastle. What does this mean? Is there something that is happening behind the scene with Liverpool over Alexandra Isak? Because if I know, and I believe Newcastle know that Liverpool are in talks with Ekitike, what do they think they're going to get in there? Does that mean Liverpool only wants Isak and Ekitike is just a small screen, or there's something that is happening that I'm missing out? And we don't know, people. We will find out. This news will make so much sense very soon. Those are the stories that are happening. Let me just check it before I even disappear. On the Usmani to Galatasaray issue, I just want this one done because if it gets done, you know what does that mean? It just means that Liverpool will be able to move Nunes very fast and get some of the deals done very close. So We have to keep an eye on that one and let's see what happens. But all in all, people, thank you very much for watching, and let's see what's happening in the Football Connect as things are moving very, very fast. And we are trying to keep you updated with everything. I'm out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.